single one that I went on without at least 2 IPs accompanying us. We've just never gone out alone. I could do it now because the people know me well enough that it wouldn't be like the IPs don't help us in terms of the atmospherics of the people in terms of making them feel better or knowing that they're around. But we've never done it. And where we're at now, we've got such a small number of Marines. The IPs in the patrol actually outnumber the Marines in some cases, which is awesome because then they're actually providing security. And like I said before, they're doing the literal grunt work of providing the security. The Marines become those special forces that are taking pictures or noting differences or talking to people with an interpreter, doing everything that requires a little bit more intelligence and brain power, while the IPs are literally the ones scanning routes and searching vehicles and keeping the fruit cart away from the patrol and, you know, guiding the route left or right or straight down an alleyway.
Okay. I was you were talking about contracts and you know, fixing sewer, stuff like that, and all the contracts are conducted strictly just from locals. Hasn't that kind of affected the economy? I assume that so much more money is going into the community now than ever before. So is that kind of causing some artificial inflation or something? Or?
No, we keep, one of the things that I do here is keep good, strong tabs on the prices of things. When I go out, anytime I pass a shop or a market, or especially say like a gas station, a local gas station, black market gas, obviously, I always check the prices, and I've never seen inflation. What we see inflation from is when the checkpoints into the city close down and prevent fresh fruit and animals from moving in from the outlying farmlands. When that happens, prices shoot up within a day or two to 200%, 300% what they originally were. Now it's still not much because say a kilo of cucumbers will go from 750 dinar, about 75 cents, to $2 or $3 to 2,000 or 3,000 dinar. It's not much, but in percentage wise it's immense. So that will really skyrocket prices. But in terms of price inflation because of the amount of money we're pumping in, I've never seen it yet. And I think it's because we do it the right way, in that we instead of just dumping it into like the lake of society, being like, here's a massive amount of money, we pick our points and let it flow through many channels, so by the time it gets to say the market or to the contractors, it's not creating a bloat, it's not creating a giant rift in the amount of money that they've seen before over time, like that. It flows to a contractor for the right price through negotiations and understanding the local process and the cost of things, and through our network of people who tell us what a good price is.
So you're just not relying on your experiences to figure out
no,
what, right?
Not at all. And I would say, like, we found everyone strives to find a guy who's your political and cultural advisor in the area, and he should be a local. He should be a good man that you trust completely. He's one of the few guys that is 100% altruistic. That if you said, "Do this for the people, I'm not paying you," he would go and do it 1 or 2 times until like it made him penniless, and he's like I'm giving until it hurts. I can't feed my family. I can't help you out anymore. With free work. You find that guy and he tells you everything you need to know about your area and everything you need to do to succeed. He knows so much more. Like, why ever make a decision without him around? Why ever discuss something without him there? It doesn't make any sense because you're not going to get the information, and 90% of the time he's going to come up with the right idea. All you need to do is find a good guy to trust, which is far harder than it seems, and then get his input and run with it. 5% of the time you tweak what he says and take a little different tack and run with that, and the other 5% of the time is where the art of leadership comes in, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to take all your advice. I see a different picture than you do. I think I have a better grasp on the situation. I'm going to go, you say Y, and I'm going to go X. And that's my decision as a leader.
Okay. These community leaders and whatnot, you say trustworthy. I assume these aren't some of the more traditional leaders that have community leaders that have been in Ramadi before. I understand there was a lot of corruption at one time. I assume there still is some corruption to this day.
There is a lot of corruption, and it really, the honest man is the honest man. Like, he might be a police chief, he might be a Mukhtar. He might be just a local man in the neighborhood that's well known. He might be a store owner, a shop owner. He might be the imam of your mosque.
So it's just people that you found in the community which you've learned to trust, or,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
heard had a reputation.
Yes, they need to be altruistic, and they need to be willing to work with Americans, and that's it. And that's very difficult to find. Some AOs don't have one. I have two probably, and some AOs don't have any.
Can you give us an example of one of these? I mean, we're down to like the last 9 minutes, and fortunately, I think we're going to do a number more of these tapings. However, it probably won't be here in Iraq, but back at 29 Palms.
Mm-hmm.
So. But in the last 9 minutes, is there something that perhaps you want to cover that you think is important, relevant, that we need to kind of capture here? Because, like I said, we're gonna do several more of these in the future, but I want to grab something now if we can.
Yeah.
Well, like for example, is this going to be hard for you to leave?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying with the